Does this ever happen to you?
One enemy remaining. Last player.
Yep. Well, that's okay. Doesn't mean you suck. It just means that there's a couple things you need to work on. And I'll be covering those things in this video, so be sure to stay tuned. Hey, what is up, guys? So today we will be doing a video that basically helps you out with your aiming. Basically, that's the whole premise of this video, is to help you out with your aiming, and to go over tips and tricks on what you can do in game to help you out to better your aim. So the three things that we will be going over: the first being the practice range, the second, tips when aiming, and the third, team deathmatch. Okay, so the first thing we're going over is the practice range. It's there for a reason, guys. Like I said before in my previous videos, use it. It's gonna help you out so much with your aim. So when we talk about the practice range, there's a couple things that we're gonna go over. One, the bots in practice mode, reaction time, a strafing building, trigger control, using the op, practicing with it, and then practicing with your pistol or the sheriff. Alright, so the bots you can use in practice mode. This is here to help you out with the abilities, to just get used to shooting a gun, a great way to hear the sound of a headshot, or if you hit a target, it's there to just help you out the best it can when it comes to shooting. There's so many things you can do with this practice mode. I really recommend just sitting there and just getting used to your crosshairs being higher than waist high on the bots. Work on getting headshots, work on hitting the target, and if it helps, hit F3 and make the bots strafe. That's going to help you hit targets and work on eye-to-hand motion. So the second thing I want to talk about is reaction time. There's a mode that's going to help you with your reaction time. And what it does easy, medium, hard, and each one gets more difficult. But the reason of these are, like I said before, reaction time. A bot will spawn in and spawn out, and you have a certain amount of time to shoot these bots and destroy them. There's about 30 bots. Try it out and see how many you can hit. Okay, so the next one is strafing. There's a building, top right. You can get in there, you can work on your strafing. So go up the stairs and hop in the building if you can. If not, just go around. So with this building, we're going to use the windows as an opportunity to represent as a wall. And the bots on the ground that are in practice mode, they are the target. Now what you do is you just work on strafing, going right and left. And as soon as you hit left, you shoot your shot. It should be just as if you were stopped moving. Try this out a couple times, let me know if it helps. You should be able to transfer this into a regular match. Alright, so the next thing is trigger control. That's another huge issue that I see with people. Walk over to the target and work on shooting down range. There's 10 feet, 20 feet, 30 feet, 40 feet, and 50 feet. Each mode is there to help you with recoil on the enemy players. And so once you hit the middle on the target, try it on the bot to the right. That should help you as well with recoil. 2 shots, 3 shots, 4 shots, whatever. Just practice. It's going to help you out with trigger control. So the next thing we'll talk about is the operator. Now I've noticed I've gotten a lot better with the operator by doing these simple things. One is using the flying robots or bots outside the map and just shooting them from time to time. Get used to walking around the corners and reacting to them popping up or flying around. There are some far, there are some close. Just get used to it. It's gonna help you a lot in game. This also goes for your pistols, your sheriff, your ghost, your classic. Get used to those as well. This is something I do pretty often. The ghost, and I'm kind of working on the sheriff right now. If I get any good hits, I'll post the highlights, so be sure to subscribe and leave a like. Well, that's all the things I have for the practice range. Let's move on to tips when aiming. Alright, so tips when aiming. Now Valorant is known to be a lot like CSGO, and you'll see a lot of CSGO players transfer from CSGO to Valorant. The reason why is because they're good at it already. But the main things that we're going to be talking about is, one, keeping your crosshairs in the middle of the screen. 2, get used to flicking your wrist. And 3, crouching in fights. So like I said, keep the crosshairs in the middle of the screen. Not down, not up, too high, in the middle of the screen. Because you can always react faster if your crosshairs are in the middle of the screen versus down. And that honestly applies to every single game you ever played. Call of Duty, Valorant. So keep your crosshairs in the middle of the screen. And the next thing is, get used to flicking. You're always going to be flicking this game. If there's an enemy in front of you to the left a little bit, and there's an enemy to your right, get used to kill that enemy and flick to your right to kill the other enemy. It's very important that you get used to this. So one, you become a god, and 2, looks really cool. And the last one is crouch in fights, so enemies miss you. So when you play against high-level enemies like diamonds and plaids and immortal, sometimes if you get lucky you might hit a radiant. Doubt it. They're gonna go for headshots. That's how they play. That's how I play. So try to crouch, especially during the pistol rounds. You're gonna miss the shots. You're gonna get that split second to shoot them back, take the opportunity, and win the fight, win the round. Alright guys, so that's the tips I have for aiming. Let's move on to Team Deathmatch. So they just recently added Team Deathmatch in like the last update or something like that. It's perfect for so many things. One, you can practice your aim. Two, there's so many things you can learn from it in general. And three, you can use any weapon you want. So this is just like the practice range, just without the bots. You're facing real people. It's a challenge. So Team Deathmatch. Why do I recommend it? Because when you're playing and you're using a certain gun, may it be the Phantom, the Vandal, the Op, whatever you're using, it's great practice for your recoil. You're facing real people, they're going to try to dodge your bullets, or they're going to try to outplay you. Long distance, short distance, medium range, try it out. It's going to help you out so much. Another reason why I recommend Team Deathmatch is because it helps you have a better trigger finger. A lot of times when you play against lower ranking players, they like to spam the trigger. Therefore, it messes up the recoil and they miss all the shots. Team Deathmatch is great because it gives you the opportunity to fight players who are across the map, and it forces you to shoot 2 or 3 rounds at a time. So try it out and keep that in mind. Another reason is because it helps you get used to sound. Sound is a big thing in Valorant. And if you can't hear the other players coming, you might want to play with these sound options and see to help you hear the players around the corner. Sometimes you can't hear them, but that's okay. Sound is there to help you out. Team Deathmatch has helped me understand each player and the position on the map. Yes, there's a radar that pings a red dot where they are, but if it's a 2v3 in a regular match, it'll help you understand where the other player could be. But trust me guys, when I say use Team Deathmatch, use it. It's going to help you out so much. Let me know in the comments down below if you played Team Deathmatch and if it's helped you out. Anyways guys, that's all I have for you today. That's a whole video on better aiming for Valorant. If you enjoyed this, please, like I said before, leave a like, consider subscribing to help the channel grow. Thank you all for watching and have a great day.